Purple belt. Valley drop throw. As seen from various angles. From a push, take attacker's elbows, step past him and drop to the floor using his own body weight to gain momentum for the throw. Roll into the attacker, placing your right knee under his arm and past his head. This maneuver will enable the lock to be applied more effectively. Counter to straight arm lock. Variation number 1. It's important to push the elbow away from you whilst turning the wrist palm downwards. This will relieve the pressure on the elbow. You can see the push and turn in close detail. Step across, take hold of the opponent's wrist and throw. Retain the hold and apply double wrist lock. Variation number 2. Repeat the previous maneuver, but this time step behind and push the opponent backwards. Note the push involves a strike to the face and is followed by a punch to the groin. Counter to back arm and collar hold. Variation number 1 as demonstrated from various angles. Step forward, strike to ribs, duck under opponent's arm into back hammerlock and perform rolling ankle throw. Now from a different angle. Maintain the back hammerlock during the throw and move into a wrist lock and head scissors. Variation number 2. Strike to ribs, step back and elbow to the face before applying lock. Note the wrist and elbow position prior to the throw. Step over opponent, lift him from the ground and kneel into neck lock. Single or double wrist locks can be applied. Variation number 3. Back fist to ribs, break opponent's grip and double lock both arms. Note the evasive position of the defender's head during the lock. Place arm round waist and move into hip throw, followed by shoulder arm lock. Here we can see the technique demonstrated from a different angle. Counter to bar choke. Variation number 1. Kick to the knee, turn wrist and apply pressure to elbow and step forward. Note the rotation of the wrist and elbow prior to lock. Variation number 2. Move into back hock throw. And from a different angle. Points to remember, pull down on left arm and push up on the right prior to the throw. Roundhouse kick to kidneys. These should be practiced from both sides and all kicks should be focused. Following the strike, the kicking leg is placed in a stabilizing position. Upward rising block. Upward rising blocks demonstrated at varying speeds. Upward inside forearm block. All blocks are more effective if the fist is kept clenched. Downward inside forearm block. Block, step to the side into back hammer lock. Now from a different angle. The lock is followed by a punch to the ear. Front kick followed by a side kick. At this stage, a second attacker can be added during training. Kicks should be aimed at vital areas such as plexus or groin. Full shoulder. Block and turn underneath opponent's arm, apply upward pressure to elbow, kneel and throw. The technique is seen from the front and is finished with a knee pin and wrist lock. Head, hip and knee throw. Block and strike with inner forearm to the side of the neck prior to the throw. Pivot and kneel, take the opponent to the ground and apply hold down with a double arm lock with pressure on the throat. Side thrust kick. These kicks should be practiced using both legs. Against the knee, against the solar plexus, and against the chin. Front snap kick. The groin, the solar plexus, the chin. Always make contact with the ball of your foot, keeping toes well back and your knee raised as high as possible prior to the strike. Wedge block. Step back, keeping your head down to avoid a headbutt. Bring your arms inside the attacker's arms and kick. Following the kick, pivot and sweep the legs. Lock elbow and strike to the jaw. Shoulder wheel. Block, step back on right leg, pulling opponent off balance. Step in and pull his arm down and across your chest. Whilst pulling downwards, push upwards against his leg. Following the throw, reverse back kick. Pressure points. The following pressure points are the most commonly used in Jujutsu. Once again, care should be taken during application. When the finger or thumb is used, the pressure must be applied with the ball of the thumb, pad of the finger, or the knuckle. At this stage, the student will be required to have a basic knowledge of anatomy to enable him to understand the location of the vulnerable parts of the body.